Now, let's begin our daily devotional podcast. But before we do, a quick reminder to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future reflections, and please share this with anyone who might find it a blessing. Your host for this journey is Deacon Andrew Miller. Joining him is co-host Dr. Braden Henderson. Bringing the scriptures to life with his voice is narrator Derek K. Leroy. And I'm Marcelo Boyd, your announcer. And now, here's your host, Deacon Andrew Miller.
Today is Monday, June 16, 2025. This is episode number 1167, titled Gone Today. Hi, I'm Andrew, your host, and welcome to the Daily Devotional Podcast, a space created to share uplifting Christian devotionals that encourage spiritual growth and inspire a deeper connection with God. We post a good word every day, Monday through Friday. You can watch live on YouTube at 6:30 p.m. We believe that even a few moments of reflection can bring profound change. If this message resonates with you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you're alerted to new devotionals. We'd also love for you to share this message on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and all platforms with anyone who might be seeking inspiration today. Please share your insights by leaving a comment below. Your interaction helps us build a supportive community and ensures these messages reach those who need them. Dr. Henderson, it's great to have you here tonight.
Andrew, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Tonight, we're diving into a powerful story that truly brings to life the journey of faith, especially when we feel most adrift. It's a narrative that explores doubt, injustice, and the surprising ways grace can find us in our darkest moments. This devotional is titled, Gone Within You. Before we hear this powerful story, let's take a quick 30-second break. When we return, Derek K. Leroy will narrate our story. Stay with us.
Don't miss your daily dose of inspiration. The Daily Devotional Podcast posts new episodes every Monday through Friday at 6:30 p.m. on YouTube. We offer short, meaningful reflections to nourish your soul and provide a moment of peace in your day. Subscribe now, hit that like button, and share with friends and family on all your platforms. Set your reminder for 6:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. And now let's get back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the Daily Devotional Podcast. And now, it's time for our story. Here is Derek K. Leroy with Gone Within.
The stained glass windows of his childhood church seemed a lifetime away. Nathan, who'd spent countless Sundays within those walls, the scent of old hymnals and his parents' earnest sermons ingrained in his memory, now found himself adrift in a sea of doubt. Religion, once the bedrock of his existence, had gradually felt like a collection of well-intentioned fables, rich in moral lessons, but thin on verifiable truth. Even his work, usually a source of drive and accomplishment, felt off that Tuesday. The area manager's presence had cast a pall over the sales floor, stifling the usual energy. Before he left, he glanced at the sales board. As usual, he had the most units sold. He wasn't the most tenured, but he was undeniably the top sales guy. A good month is considered 15 units, but Nathan's monthly average was currently 19 units, well above average. He had one salesman of the month every month for the past 18 months, and the whole sales floor was gunning for his title. He currently held the lead with 10 units sold, halfway to his personal goal of 20. Nathan, ever the opportunist, recognized a lost day when he saw one and decided to head home early, hoping to salvage some productivity. The normalcy of his street was a bomb. He collected the mail, the junk flyers and bills of familiar weight in his hand. Then he saw them, a small gaggle of school children making their way home, their laughter echoing in the afternoon air. A young girl with bright, curious eyes caught his gaze. She offered a casual wave, and he beamed back, his small hand mirroring her gesture. He politely waved back as he went about his business, looking for Rachel. A fleeting, innocent exchange. Inside, the house felt empty. Rachel, he called out, his voice bouncing off the quiet walls. A quick text confirmed she was on her way. Later, the anxieties of the workday faded as they sat by the water's edge, the gentle lapping of waves a soothing rhythm to their conversation, the shared drinks a comfortable warmth. The knock at the door around 11 shattered the peace. Nathan, engrossed in a late-night show, frowned. He wasn't expecting anyone. But it wasn't a friend at the door. It was the cold, stark reality of flashing blue lights and uniformed figures surrounding his home. The knock was firm, insistent. Then came the words that would unravel his life. "Nathan Porter, you're under arrest." The next 24 hours were a blur of confusion and fear. Held in a sterile cell, the silence was deafening, punctuated only by the distant clang of metal doors. He was given no explanation, no opportunity to call Rachel, no contact with the outside world. In the suffocating isolation, a surprising instinct stirred within him. The old prayers of his childhood, long dormant, began to surface. He found himself asking the Lord for help, remembering all the foolish thoughts and doubts he'd harbored. He repented and asked for mercy, because he knew this could go terribly wrong and ruin his life. The courtroom was cold, the judge's voice a distant echo as the charge was read. Essay. The accuser? The young girl with the bright eyes, the one who had simply waved back. Bail was set, a staggering $10,000. Later that day, a detective's questions hung heavy in the air, each word a subtle pressure, a veiled attempt to extract a confession. Nathan's denial was unwavering. He had done nothing. The week that followed stretched into an eternity. Nathan remained in jail for about 6 days. During that time, the detective requested his admission of guilt 2 or 3 times. Rachel received a curt phone call informing her of Nathan's termination. The successful sales career he had painstakingly built had evaporated. When his biggest rival Sam found out he'd been fired, Sam jokingly changed Nathan's name on the sales board to Jonathan. Rachel, a steadfast anchor in the storm, remained his unwavering support, her belief in his innocence a supreme and unwavering belief. 15 years. The potential prison sentence loomed like a dark cloud. A call to his ex and the mother of his children was a stab of a different kind of pain. Her voice, tight with concern, revealed her efforts to shield their 2 daughters, 5 and 12, from the ugly whispers that were surely beginning to circulate. She asked him straight up, "Did you do anything?" Nathan responded, "Absolutely not. I would not dishonor my children in such a way." He then asked, "Do the girls know what's happening?" She replied, "No, I have been shielding them from this for as long as I can." The thought of their innocent faces, their potential shame, was a weight heavier than the jail cell. His girls. That was all that truly mattered. A conviction that now intertwined with the fragile tendrils of his rediscovered faith. On the 6th day, a restless dawn broke within the confines of his cell. A sudden resolve hardened within him, strengthened by the unexpected solace he had found in prayer. On the 7th day, he requested a discussion with the detective. The interview room felt familiar now, a space of sterile surfaces and unspoken accusations. The investigator's initial demeanor was one of weary expectation, a suggestion of a deal hanging in the air if Nathan would simply confess. But Nathan's voice was firm, clear, imbued with a newfound sense of conviction. He told the detective he did not do the crime. "I'm not claiming to be a choir boy," he explained. "Everyone has some things they're not proud of. But this I did not do." In fact, he explained that the most important thing to him was that his children understand that he would not harm their shared name or disgrace them this way. He begged the detective, "Please get to the bottom of this lie, this slander on my name." He reiterated his innocence, the words fueled by the image of his daughters and the quiet strength he had found in his renewed connection to his faith. He would not, could not, disgrace them with a lie. Something shifted in the investigator's eyes. Nathan's raw concern for his children's reputation, a concern that eclipsed his own precarious situation, and perhaps the quiet sincerity in his voice, seemed to resonate. The next day, the jailer led Nathan back to the familiar room. The detective's usual guarded expression was softened. "Porter," he began, his voice different, "what you said about your daughters, it stuck with me." He explained that a review of the case had revealed inconsistencies in the young girl's accounts. further interviews had unearthed a painful truth. The accusation was a fabrication, a twisted story concocted with her sister, born from past trauma and fueled by a misguided attempt to find solace. The click of the handcuffs being removed was the sweetest sound Nathan had ever heard. "You mentioned losing your job," the investigator said, a hint of something akin to empathy in his voice. "I might be able to help with that." And he did. A phone call, a quiet word, and Nathan was back in his familiar role, the relief washing over him in waves. When he returned to the sales floor, he saw his name still on the board as Jonathan. Nathan looked at Sam not with his old competitive fire, but with a quiet conviction rooted in his recent prayers for restoration. "I'm going to leave my name on the board as Jonathan," Nathan stated, "because it'll be a reminder that God is currently restoring me, and He's the one who makes me the best." Sam scoffed. "Well, since you're last on the board, you won't be winning Salesman of the Month plaque. I have you beat by 7 units. There's no way you can catch me." Nathan simply nodded. He knew his victory wouldn't be by his own might, but by the grace he'd experienced in the past week. He meticulously pursued every lead, fueled by a faith that had been rekindled in the depths of his despair. He sold 25 units and finished as the top salesman, even after missing more than a week, beating Sam by 4 units. Nathan was fully restored. He thought, God certainly has a way of humbling you, and at the same time showing His grace, goodness, and mercy, a way of proving His presence and His power even when you doubt Him. The nightmare was over. The truth, fragile but powerful, had finally prevailed. The love for his daughters, the fierce desire to protect their innocence, and the unexpected return to the faith of his childhood had become his unlikely salvation. This was a powerful testament to the unwavering hand of God.
What an incredible, harrowing, and truly inspiring story, Derek. Thank you for reading that to us. Dr. Henderson, Nathan's experience truly brings to life that feeling of being crushed in spirit, as Psalm 34 puts it, but also the incredible power of renewed faith. What strikes you most about his journey?
Andrew, it's the profound authenticity of his return to faith in his darkest hour. Nathan had clearly distanced himself, yet when everything was stripped away, his freedom, his reputation, his livelihood, he found himself instinctively turning to prayer, to the very comfort he had dismissed. This illustrates that deep-seated human need for something beyond ourselves, especially when our own resources are completely depleted. It's in the prison cell, in the profound isolation, that the dormant seeds of faith begin to sprout.
And it wasn't just a fleeting cry for help, was it? It seemed to fuel his resolve, particularly his desperate need to clear his name for his daughters.
Exactly. His renewed conviction, particularly his fierce desire to protect his daughter's honor, became intrinsically intertwined with that faith. It gave him the strength to stand firm in his innocence, not out of pride, but out of a deeper moral compass that his faith was helping to reestablish. His plea to the detective, acknowledging his own imperfections but vehemently denying this specific crime for his children's sake, is incredibly powerful. And the detective's response, being moved by Nathan's sincerity and concern for his children, highlights how truth and genuine character can cut through cynicism. It's almost a divine intervention, a quiet miracle that shifts the tide. Yo.
It certainly feels like that, a testament to God's hand in challenging circumstances. Speaking of divine intervention, the scripture we've chosen for this devotional is Psalm 34 verses 17 to 18. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Dr. Henderson, how does Nathan's story embody these verses?
Nathan, though he had strayed, cried out to the Lord in his distress. His situation was undeniably a trouble, and he was profoundly brokenhearted and crushed in spirit. The psalm promises that the Lord hears and delivers, and we see that come to fruition in Nathan's life. The shift in the detective, the uncovering of the truth, the restoration of his job, these are all forms of deliverance. It's not always a dramatic, visible miracle, but often God works through circumstances and even through the hearts of others. The Gan Eden on the sales board becoming a symbol of his comeback, a testament to God's restorative power, beautifully ties it all together. It reminds us that even when we feel furthest from God, He is still near to the brokenhearted, ready to save and restore, and at the same time showing His grace, goodness, and mercy.
A powerful reminder, indeed, that even in the deepest wave of despair, in the crushing moments of life, there's a hand reaching out. Thank you, Dr. Henderson, for your profound insights tonight. Let us close with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. From Dr. Braden Henderson and myself, Andrew Miller, we wish you a blessed night. Good night, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's devotional. We humbly appreciate your time and hope this message has been a blessing to you. As a reminder, we post a good word every day, Monday through Friday. You can watch live on YouTube at 6:30 p.m. We believe that even a few moments of reflection can bring profound change. If this message resonates with you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you're alerted to new devotionals. We'd also love for you to share this message on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and all platforms with anyone who might be seeking inspiration today. Please share your insights by leaving a comment below. Your interaction helps us build a supportive community and ensures these messages reach those who need them. May God bless you.